My friends, my folks, my people, welcome to not so great of a day. So today, us girls went down to a town close to us to get some stuff from the store, and the guys were left home to do some work. But we just got a call on our way home that Jarrod cut his fingers up pretty bad. So we've got an ambulance coming on the way, so we're gonna go home and see if he's okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap those guys up real quick and we'll be on our way.
Got the whole fleet here. Okay, Jarrod's got going to the hospital. Please say a prayer for him.
It's okay. He's in good hands.
It's all right.
And we prayed, didn't we?
Oh, honey. It's okay. Don't cry.
We prayed for Daddy.
You're making me cry.
It's gonna be okay. It's okay,
I'm gonna
baby.
go to him right now and go see him at the hospital, okay? And he's just gonna get some medicine on his hand and then I'll bring him back tonight, okay? Okay?
I'm going to show you what not to do. So Jarrod's going to town on this sucker.
Yeah.
And then he goes up too high and he slips off.
Oh, gotcha.
And it was right here, his fingers.
Oh, yeah.
So they're...
But he had gloves on, right?
Nope.
Oh, man,
Always
no
wear
gloves. Poor Jarrod.
And if you use one of these, don't ever go, every time measure it. Don't come off. Just go
Yes.
about right there and then go.
Right. Hi. This morning I got a flat tire on the side of the highway. And I didn't crash or anything, but it was really rough and I was going about 65 and I felt the car start to wobble and it blew like a second after I started to slow down. So I kind of saw it coming for a second there, but it was still really scary. And so I pulled over as far as I could. And I was sitting there for a second, called my dad. He told me to call my AAA because I have a AAA membership. And then I was waiting for the app to download to my phone, and a fire truck pulled up behind me and they started coming over to my car, and two guys came out of the fire truck and came over to my window and asked what I needed help with, and I showed them my tire, and they started changing my tire right there on the side of the road. And I had a spare in my trunk, and I even had this nifty little jack I didn't even know was in my car. So I was just kind of watching them change my tire, and they made me stand on the right side of the car so that I wouldn't get hit, which I thought was really nice. I took some pictures of the firemen. I forgot to take videos, but if you want to see the pictures, this is them. Yeah. So, keep Brenda in your prayers. Bye.
I can't wait to do this. I was like, I love this pizza. So good today. Hello. Hello.
Okay, guys. Scott and Paula here. And we just had a feeling that a remodel was in order for our camper. This is the slide out area right here. And as you can see, it has a big sectional couch. And the thing is that before Scott put in our heat shed outside,
we had to heat with propane. And what happens when you heat with propane in a camper is it causes horrible condensation. So we decided to rip out this couch because it was kind of stinky and yucky. And look what we found. This is part of the board. Look at all that mold, you guys. That's not good. So there we go. Got that cleaned out in like, seriously, 15 minutes.
Watch.
Oh my gosh, Dad, that was so. We took the couch out. See? And we put a table in here.
It looks so cute.
And the chair.
And look,
Great.
your dad made me this shelf last night.
This is cool for the
It's
plants.
so cute. It looks so big in here.
Yeah.
You're running.
I mean, you can't let nothing go to waste when you live out here in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, Sarah, get in there. Daniel, get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go, tree ball, cross road, tree ball, cross road. Thank you, Mr. Scott. Woo! Boy, look at that stick of wood, dude.
That's a serious number right there, baby.
All the way to where it broke, dude. Go ahead, put some tension on it. Here we go! Tree ball in.
Daniel.
Let's go!
Oh, poor Ray.
Go!
Yeah.
Nice. Perfect.
Daniel. What did we get?
Roof here.
Did we get a bunch of tin today?
Yeah, check it out. It's in like pristine shape.
That's awesome.
One man's trash is another man's treasure, for sure. So here we are. We have the metal for the top of Daniel and Chloe's RV cover all laid out, and we've already started processing, putting it up there. And you can see where all the trees came down yesterday that needed to come down. It's like the work is never done, guys. So here we are. Hey, Scott. Hi.
Always working on the roof.
Hi, Chloe.
Hi.
Where's Daniel?
Hi.
He's there too. And who's that behind the metal? Oh, hi, Sarah.
What's the top?
Of course, Jared's not here helping today because he cut his fingers the other day on the fence post pounder. Yeah, it wasn't good. He got 25 stitches. I'm sure that Chloe got you guys filled in. This is their little heating shed. Look how cool this is, you guys. They got such a cute little stove in here. Ooh, it's nice and warm in there. That will be used eventually for their house that they're going to build. Daniel, now we're multitasking. Where are we, Daniel?
We're in McDonald's. $5.
I want hash browns.
So what does my mom do?
She gets a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, and then she takes the hash brown, takes it in half, and puts it out on as a bun. That's what we're gonna do. Super yummy. It's the bomb.
The McDonald's commercial. McDonald's is amazing.
Hi.
Like you don't know how much you don't know about my broken heart and how it aches. Something like that. You may not know. My broken heart. We'll see how this sings.
If you
There's so much I want to say to you. Is it just a little too late?
So, what are your names?
Jarrod,
And I'm Deborah.
Where were you born?
Owensboro, Kentucky. Every time she gets asked this question, she's like, I gotta call mom real quick and ask her again.
I was born in Kentucky,
What year did you meet?
2009. The fall of 2009.
What year were you married?
2010.
Mm-hmm.
The fall of 2010.
We didn't waste any time.
How did you meet?
I had moved to Indianapolis after a failed attempt at college. And I was like, I gotta get out of here. And so I started working with a U.S. missionary there, and we were doing like outreach and stuff, like feeding homeless. And we would do like every Friday and Saturday night, we would do homeless teen outreach, and we would give away like chips and drinks and hot dogs and have a campfire and things like that. And sometimes somebody would bring a guitar or something and play some music. And yeah, one of the guys that was a part of the group, he knew the Lack family through some kind of
And we had
church
just
connection.
that previous summer sold everything, our house, our cars, and all of our stuff. And that had been our first, I think we were on the road for 6 months total. And then we came back to Indianapolis just to like close up some ends and sell the house and all that stuff. And
This was like September.
yeah, it
09.
was like, I think it was September 12th, actually.
Oh wow.
I think, I could be wrong.
She
But
can't remember
anyway,
where she was born, but she can remember when we
Right.
met.
I know.
That's way more important.
and so we were asked to come down there and play for that, for their, it was that night specifically was for homeless teenagers. And,
Yeah.
but it was like torrential downpouring all day long. So I thought it was going to be canceled. And then last minute, the rain stopped and we went back down there and went down to Broad Ripple and played. And right after the concert was over, it started to like torrential downpour again. And he was there with a buddy of ours, and he was helping us pack up. And I had invited him and our friend.
Wait. What did your mom say?
She said,
I was helping them tear down.
"See that
'cause I'm
poor
such a
guy over
good
there? He's soaking wet."
Yeah.
No, she said that Deborah, that's the kind of guy you need. Because I had just came out of a really weird relationship with someone, and I just wasn't really looking for any relationship at all. And yeah, she's like, that's the kind of guy you need to marry or get, you know. And I was like, Mom, like, that's weird. I thought he was actually with his sister. I didn't realize that they were siblings until I looked at them, and they look a lot alike. Now I realize that.
That's weird. Don't put that in the
no,
video.
no. And so I invited him and our friend to come to our concert, which was like 40 minutes away. And yeah, and then I didn't really think anything of it. I wasn't like totally into him or anything. And the next night when we played at Ben and Ari's in Indiana, in Fishers, it's no longer open, but he came, and I remember that he tried to dress his very best, and he wore cargo camouflage shorts.
I loved cargo shorts,
with
man.
this like royal blue and gray striped sweater, and very strange moccasins.
Clogs.
That's
Come
right.
on, guys. Clogs. I made it through high school in clogs. Everybody wore clogs.
And so I was just like, and he had got his hair cut, and I was just like, wow, he looks really bad. And no, I'm kidding. No, aside of his clothes.
That's why you sat there and talked to me the whole night.
Yeah, besides the clothing, I knew that was something I could handle. I could deal with it. But and then that night he asked me out. We went to Steak and Shake, and I just
Wait.
Yeah, that was that night we went out.
But with friends.
With friends.
Yeah.
Not just us.
Yeah.
We went out with a whole group of friends, and I was all with my friends, and we kind of were reconnecting. And I ordered a triple cheeseburger, a plate of onion rings, and a large mint Oreo shake at Steak and Shake. And I wasn't really out to impress anybody that night. And he texted me that he thought that I was cute or something, and I was just like,
yeah, I said like something like I want to like take you out, like I want to go out, and then I said I like you.
Yeah.
And you said something like, if you can't tell me that you like me to my face, then I can't remember. You said something like that.
Yeah, I was not playing around.
And so then that was then when we were leaving, and I had to stop you, and I was like, hey, I like you.
You want to go out? And I was like, I don't have money to go out. I'm a missionary, because all the boyfriends I had in the past, I paid for pretty much everything. So I was kind of accustomed to that. And Jarrod was like, well, I was going to pay for everything. And so it was just, right then and there.
Because I'm a gentleman.
I was just like, this is the guy for me. I wanted to be in a relationship with someone that I like knew their true character, knew their heart. And I didn't want to have any physical contact with that person. It was just a conviction that God put on me. And that means I didn't want to like have any like alone time. I didn't want to like snuggle or hold hands or kiss or anything. I didn't want any sort of intimacy like that, because I wanted to know exactly what his heart was made of and like who he was. And so when we first got together, he was just like, you know, you want to hold my hand? And I'd be like, no, you know. And so finally I just told him, I was like, this is what I want to do. And he was like, okay. And so our whole relationship was living life on the road, being missionaries, and living this life of getting to know each other. And so we had our first kiss on the altar, and that was really special. It was really significant.
So how did you propose?
So we were in Clearwater, Florida. So we're on tour with a bunch of other bands at this point, and we're playing music in Florida. And so I had already bought the ring previously in January before we left for tour.
I didn't know you bought it that early.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I was going to be broke on the road. I knew already. So I was like, I better get this now while I have money. And so, so I did we used to do this little thing where I would say, hey, guess what? I love you. And it was pretty cute and sweet. And so I thought in my head, I was like, I'm going to do something kind of like that. And so it was May 4th, which is Sarah's birthday, and I did not know that at the time, which, you know, looking back, I probably would have changed the date.
I think she was turning 12.
Yeah.
On that birthday.
I pretty much ruined her birthday. So I took Deborah out onto the beach, and a buddy of mine was video recording somewhere. There's a video.
How old are you?
You made it sound so old. He was video recording on our cassette. What is it called?
It was
on our VHS recorder.
I mean, that was pretty.
Go ahead.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, it was digital, not a tape, but anyway, he was recording it for us. And so I had wrote "Guess What" out in the sand.
Yeah.
And
I knew when he knelt down that he was writing that, and I was like,
no, I didn't kneel down. It was already written when we got there.
yeah.
So I walked her out and it said, "Guess what?" And she had turned around to look at it. And so while she was turned around, I knelt down. And then she turned around and I said, instead of saying, "I love you," I said, "Will you marry me?"
And there's a picture of us doing that. And I have my hands like over my mouth like that. And Sarah's in the background going, like, what? You know? It was great.
So how long have you been married?
12 years.
No, we've been married for 13 years.
Well, it'll be 13 years
No,
in November.
No, dearest. It's 13 years. We already just celebrated 13. It's going to be 14 this year.
Awesome.
And how many children do you have?
We have 3.
How old are they?
Juniper is 10, going to be 11 soon. Willow is 8. And Hickory is 3. She just turned 3.
Hang on. We got married in November of 2010. So in 2022 would have been 12 years.
This will be our 13th year.
So what would be your best piece of advice for couples?
So we were just at Chloe and Daniel's wedding, and I heard this from Pastor Steve Yanez, and I thought it was like perfect. So I'm going to steal it from him. But he said, the first person to apologize is the bravest, and the first person to forgive is the strongest, and the first person to forget is the happiest.
So Jarrod is the strongest, or bravest, strongest, and happiest. I think the best piece of advice would be to include God in situations, in every situation in your life, in every predicament, and to share with each other how you're feeling, and
in the good situations and the bad situations.
Being transparent and genuine, definitely. Okay, so next week we're going to be hearing from Chloe and Daniel about their love story and how cute it is and how pathetically adorable they are together. And so make sure you watch that vlog because it's going to be cute. And we'll see you in the next vlog.
On Farmer Found a Wife.
Oh yeah, on Farmer Found a Wife. All right, see you in the next vlog.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.